Welcome to Cold Steel's Deadliest Weapons. On this show, we're going to get Lynn Thompson and Luc LaFontaine's take on the deadly Voyager Vaquero. Yeah, it comes in serrated and it comes in plain edge. And Lynn and Luc are going to give you their opinions on it and why they like this so much. But before we get started, we have to announce the winner of the Leatherneck Tantos. That's going to AR Critter and Tactical Tavern. You two need to email contests@gsmorg.com. Put in the title line, Cold Steel Sweepstakes winner, and we'll get you your knives out as soon as you get us your information. We're also going to be giving away 2 of these Vaqueros. I need you to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Your name will be entered in a drawing as well to win one of these 2 beasts right here. So before we get started and jump out the lid, thought I'd show you a little bit of what this knife can do.
I always welcome the chance to talk about the Vaquero. This is my fave. This is my EDC. I carry 3 of these non-stop, 24/7. I dare say, I could say I sleep with one of these. You'll probably never find me anywhere in the world without one. Why do I like this knife so much? Well, if you have an hour, I can tell you everything. But I'll just be quick and give you the highlights of why I think this is one of the deadliest, coolest knives that Cold Steel makes. First of all, let's start with the blade. I started with this blade after reading Sir Richard Burton's Book of the Sword, where he talked about the Yatagan being the perfect cut and thrust blade design. So it curves in, it curves out, and then it comes to a point that's in line, so you can see here, with my handle. So the point's in line like a dagger, but the point is quite acute, very, very pointy, okay? So it has good piercing power. The point's not too high, the point's not too low. It's right in the center, just like a dagger. So you can be enormously accurate with your thrust with this. This inward or concave curve here catches. So I can catch limbs, I can catch weapons, and I've learned to catch things in this curve and dispel them, catch them, block them, parry them, move them, pass them, meet them, all that stuff with this knife. So that inward curve is really important. So is the outward curve. Once you catch, you pull. So that hump right here gets pulled through that cut and it bites. So this comes and catches it. And as I push in and pull through, there's not a camera behind me, so I'll go this way. As I catch here and pull through, that whole thing goes through all the way to the bone. You're talking about huge cuts, horrible cuts. I might have used this story before. It's a true story. One of our sales reps was attacked after his father's funeral. He was still bereaved. He went to a swap meet and there was a traffic altercation and some guy hit him with a golf club. Not once, but 3 times. Finally, he pulled out his Vaquero and cut him once on the arm. That guy spent a month in the hospital. His arm was totally pulled apart. Had to have all those small little wires and pins and all this stuff, trying to get all the tendons to heal. So he went to trial for it. And the judge said, "What? You hit him 3 times with a golf club and he cut you once with a knife?" He said, "I'd have cut you when you just showed me the golf club." Case dismissed.
The Cold Steel Vaquero in the Voyager series. This is Lynn's go-to folding knife. Lynn carries 8 million of these knives on him a week. And there's a reason why. This is a workhorse knife. But make no mistake, this is a folding fighting knife. If you look at the design of the blade with the forward edge, this harkens back to all kinds of other blades in history that used this type of functionality. You're talking about a kukri, you're talking about a yatagan. There are a number of, even the falcata and kopis from Greek history, forward curving, belly forward weight blades are devastating cutters. And the thing about the Vaquero is it's got this nasty point The great design of this knife is that even though this blade's got an S-curved shape, the point on the blade is still centered. So when you look at the line from my hand in the handle to the point, when I manipulate this knife, the point is still pointing forward. It's not pointing away from my opponent, which makes a big difference in terms of thrusting capability. But the strong suit of this knife is cutting. Like I said, the sweet spot, right at the beginning, below the belly, pulling through, is where all the cutting power is in this knife. This knife continually cuts. So in its use, if I drag that knife through, this whole edge is going to cut, and it'll go through a lot. Goes through material, goes through jackets, goes through all kinds of things. So in terms of something that was designed as an actual folding knife for fighting, whether it be personal or military use, this knife does the job. This in your pocket, you don't need anything else. Cold Steel Vaquero.
Well, there you heard it from Lynn and Luke about the Voyager Vaquero, that beast right here. Make sure to join us next time when we talk about another piece of very deadly steel.